जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना। 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 यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jai Shri Gopal Shri Gopal Shri Gopal Jai Shri Gopal. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramhansa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtottar Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanar Vinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtottar Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yastva saktamatirgehe Yastva saktamatirgehe Putra vitteshanatura Putra vitteshanaturaha Strainaha krupanadhirmudho Strainaha krupanadhirmudho Mamaham iti badhyate Yastva saktamatirgehe Putra vitteshanatura Strainaha krupanadhirmudho Mamaham iti badhyate Yastva saktamatirgehe पुत्रवित्तेषणातुरः स्त्रैणः कृपणधिर्मूढो ममाहम् इति बध्यते। Mataji's. Yah, one who, tu, however, asakta, attached, matihi, whose consciousness, gehe, to his home, putra, for children, vitta, and money, eshana, by ardent desire, aturaha, disturbed, strenaha, lusty to enjoy women, kripana, miserly, dhi, whose mentality, moodaha, unintelligent, mama, everything is mine, aham, I am everything, iti, thus thinking, badhyate, is bound. Translation. But a householder whose mind is attached to his home and who is thus disturbed by ardent desires to enjoy his money and children, who is lusty after women, who is possessed of a miserly mentality, and who unintelligently thinks everything is mine and I am everything, is certainly bound in illusion. Purport. Although one may try by various analytical and psychological processes to detach the mind from illusory family attachment, one will inevitably be drawn back into the network of material attachment unless the heart is purified by Krishna consciousness. A miserly householder thinks only of his own family or community without mercy for outsiders. Being egoistic, lusty, attached, and always disturbed by ardent desires to enjoy money and children, a materialistic householder is hopelessly bound in a web of anxiety. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakayam Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Vasudi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 17, Description of the Varnashram System, text number 56. And I am very grateful to all of you for being here in the morning session of Srimad Bhagavatam. Very grateful to the temple authorities, especially Baldev Prabhu, to give me a chance to purify myself by speaking about this particular shloka, which is based on illusion. It's a very important topic for all the Vaishnavas, the topic illusion. So this chapter is the Uddhava Gita. That means Lord Krishna told Bhagavad Gita in the battlefield of Kurukshetra to Arjun. And also, when he is about to depart from this material world, he is instructing Uddhav. And Uddhav is also questioning, just like Arjuna was asking various questions. So, Uddhav, on behalf of all of us, is asking questions to Lord Shri Krishna, and he is answering in various ways. So it began with Uddhav's question that previously you described the principles of regulated life and how we should live in this material world. But now you tell me about people in general who follow the Varnashram system and those who do not follow, Dvipada, those who do not follow. They just are known as Dvipada, that means two-legged people, having no understanding of even Varnashram. How any one of the people from Manushya Yoni or human form, how they can achieve you, how they can achieve the loving devotional service unto you, bhakti. That is the question. And in all the previous slokas, he has answered this very elaborately by describing the varnashram system and how the goal of varnashram is samsiddhir haritoshanam, that when you execute the duties of various varnas and ashram to please the Supreme Lord, how it happens. And the conclusion is in the previous sloka, where he is talking, yesterday's sloka. A householder devotee who worships me by execution of his family duties may remain at home, go to a holy place, or if he has a responsible son, take sannyas. So he has given various options. So for a person who worships the Supreme Lord, practically Krishna is giving a open kind of invitation that he can do anything he wants. Because ultimately all the regulations, everything of taking sannyas or gradually elevating oneself from brahmachari to grihastha to vanaprastha to sannyas, all this is not necessary. Because the goal is to achieve bhakti. So if you already achieved bhakti and worshipping by his family duties, then you can remain at home, maybe go to a holy place or take sannyas. So this is in order, in line with what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Srila Ramananda Rai. When he asked what is the ultimate goal of life, then Ramananda Rai replied by saying that following Varnashram system, Varnashram Dharma is the goal of life. And he sort of rejected saying by this is Bahya, this is external. Even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said this, that it is external, still he himself is Krishna, so he insists that we should follow the Varnashram system. So I should clarify here that Aho Bahya doesn't mean that we don't follow. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself followed very, very strictly. Very strictly. In fact, he was always absorbed in ecstasies. He was always constantly shedding tears in separation from the Lord. But when a message came from Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya that he should meet the king, immediately his ecstasy is gone. He is into external consciousness. He said, no, I cannot meet, I am a sannyasi. So he is sticking to his varnashram. Even in the temple of Jagannath, one day he was hearing some beautiful song about Jagannath. Some Devadasis, they were singing. And he was so much in ecstasy that started running to embrace that person. And that was a lady. And Govinda had to catch him up and say, my lord, please hold on. This is a lady. You can't embrace. And he immediately became quiet and he said, oh Govinda, you saved me. Thank you very much. He didn't say, you don't know the ecstasies of a Paramahansa. He didn't say that. He said, thank you. You stopped me. So, therefore, we can see that we are, even though we are told that you can do anything as a devotee, devotion is much beyond the Varnashram system, we are told to follow. And various reasons are there why we should follow the Varnashram system. So, I would elaborate on 3 reasons why one should follow Varnashram system. First of all, a devotee tries to follow Varnashram system very strictly because he knows that Krishna has created the system for me. I am born in this material world and somehow I have to get out of it, and there has to be some system by which I can follow and go out. So Krishna has given me this system. So just because Krishna has given, I should follow it. Because Krishna himself is saying in Gita, I have created this system. Chaturvarnam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasha. I created the system of Chaturvarna and ashram based on guna and karma. So that is sufficient for a devotee to follow the varnashram system. Also, he follows so that a good example is created. Because a devotee is a natural leader in the society. People look up to him. Okay, what is this person doing? He is out of those thousands, maybe lakhs of people, lakhon mein ek, one who has taken up Krishna consciousness. It's not easy to take up Krishna consciousness. First of all, human birth is rare. In that, manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhe. Out of thousands, one will look in this direction. And out of such thousands, yatatam api siddhanam kaschin man vetti tattvataha. Out of such thousands, one will accept me as a Supreme Lord. So lakhon mein ek. So naturally he is the leader. So therefore, he follows the varnashram system just to give a good example. Yadyada acharati sreshthas tat tat devetaro jana sa yat pramanam kurute lokastadanu vartate. That whatever a great man does, common people follow. And whatever standards of behavior he sets, others will follow. So keeping this responsibility in mind, a devotee is a responsible person. Keeping this responsibility in mind, he starts very, very strictly following the varnashram system. And of course, the third reason is, it's not just to show that I am following or just for the sake of people, but for himself. For himself, a system safeguards you. You are safeguarded from doing something which is wrong. And there are very popular concepts of, why we should not follow the system. So some people will, if you tell them you should follow some regulations of chanting Hare Krishna, 16 rounds a day, follow the 4 regulative principles of no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication. And there will be many, many people who will tell you that, I am always chanting, I don't count like you. Have you heard this? Very common, you will be very common this is. I always chant, but I don't count like you. I don't need to show off. Then somebody will say, he will justify his nature of being a workaholic. He's working all the time to earn more money. He will say, I am a karma yogi. Have you heard this? They are very common things. And in this way, there is something called as Sahaj Yoga. That means if it is spirituality is natural, it should be Sahaj. Sahaj so jao. And you do something Sahaj and sleep. Sleep is very natural. So Sahaj Yoga. Various kind of things, I don't know, there is a proper system called as Sahaj Yoga. I'm not meaning that. But something should be very natural. Some people always say, you call them to the temple and they will say, Abhi bulawa nahi aaya. Common things. Abhi bulawa nahi aaya. But bulawa aa chuka hai. Main bula raha hu na aapko. Main bhi to bula raha hu. So you can always look at it from Krishna has sent this person to tell me to come to the temple. But abhi bulawa nahi aaya. People, sometimes devotees also, they can pull it to the extremes of how they can justify anything. I remember when I was a student, we were a few devotees, young devotees, students. And one of our devotees, he was studying in another college. And one day he came to me and started asking me money. Of course, I didn't have much money. So, naturally I would question him. I would like to give him money, but I should question him. He said, it's for devotional service. So naturally, devotional service hai to dena chahiye. So I said, what is your devotional service? So he said, I require about 500 rupees. Of course, I didn't have that much money, but still I said, what for do you require? He said, because see, from my college to Juhu temple, a taxi ride is about 100 rupees. Then from there back 100 rupees. Then I have to go to a hotel and eat some prasad, so another 200 rupees. And 100 for some kind of, in case of some emergency I require, I will return it to you. So what kind of devotional service you are doing? What is this going by taxi, coming back by taxi, then eating in some restaurant? So he said, I have a very big plan for my college. So what is the plan? So he said, in my college I want to spread Krishna consciousness to each and every person. And in the Gita says, Yad Yad Acharati Shreshthas. And in our college there is a Shrestha. She is the beauty queen of the college. And I want to take that beauty queen to the temple, feed her in the restaurant, and then take her back, and I will make her a devotee. And once she is a devotee, the whole college will become a devotee. So you can justify anything and everything in the name of devotional service also. Therefore, I told him, you are a brahmachari, supposed to be brahmachari, you are not supposed to associate. But he was taking the shelter of other things, that if it is for Krishna, everything is okay. So sometimes our own mind can trick us like this. It can cheat us, thinking that it is for Krishna. So therefore, regulations of varnashram, how you can interact with other people, how you interact with elders, all these are laid down in the varnashram system. So one of the important reasons why we follow the whole system is to simply safeguard us. Having said this, now we'll come to today's shloka. The today's shloka is basically, Krishna has given the whole pathway, that how to come to him. So once the path is shown, now he is showing the dangers on the path. Okay, these are the possible dangers. So he is now describing the danger. What is the biggest danger he is saying? It's a illusion. Illusion due to attachment to family, wealth, lusty desires, community, so many things. So we need to discuss this also, because many times devotees are they have heard this Maya so many times. Right from day one they are hearing Maya, Maya, Maya. So it's very like you can say a casual word nowadays. For a devotee, it's like Maya. He knows exactly what it means. You don't have to describe. But still we are going to discuss it today. Because repeatedly we need to discuss. It's not that sometimes we think, why do we discuss this? Why can't we just discuss Krishna Katha? So just discuss Krishna Katha. But discussing about illusion is also Krishna Katha. In the Isha Upanishad, it is stated, Vidyam cha avidam cha yas tad vedo yaham saha avidyam rityam tritva vidyamritam ashnute. Only one who can learn the process of nescience and that of transcendental knowledge side by side can transcend the influence of repeated birth and death and enjoy the full blessings of immortality. So, it is recommended, very much recommended for all of us, that we simultaneously hear about the darkness, the dark path, and also the lighted path, simultaneously. You have to cultivate both the knowledges. And repeatedly we should discuss about what is this illusion all about. So this is the topic of discussion today. So we'll divide it into 4 parts. First is, what is this illusion? What is this illusion? Second is how it works. It's very interesting. And third, what is the source of it? And then last, for all of us, which we already know, the illusion exists, how to overcome this illusion or how to deal with it. So that part we'll spend a little more time. But let's take the first part. What is Maya? So Maya basically is Sanskrit word Ma-ya. Ma means not. Ya means this. Not this. Like Ma-sucha, do not fear. So Maya means not this, not what it looks like. Like for example, a rope is lying on the road and you are going in the night and you still feel, arey, it's a snake. Simple, illusion. Not this. So, this Maya basically is originating in our own selves. By nature we are happy people. Anandamayo bhyasat. That's our nature. That's Krishna's nature. Sachidananda, that's our nature. We are eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss. So our nature is to be happy. All the time everyone is seeking for happiness. Sukha. There is no one in this world, no living entity in this world who is looking for unhappiness. Because we are by nature happy. So because of this nature, because of the enjoying nature, we begin, naturally we are enjoying in connection with Krishna. When we are connected with Krishna, we are very happy. But someday, by some causeless reason, there is no reason. Because we are independent. We have independence of thinking, feeling, willing. We have independence. So we start suddenly thinking that, why should Krishna only enjoy? Why not me? And immediately, Krishna is always fulfilling your desires. So we should be very, very careful what we desire. So as soon as the desire arises, Krishna immediately puts you into that illusory cloud called as Maya. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, very nicely described to Sanatana Goswami, Krishna bhuliya jiv bhogavancha kare. He wants to separately enjoy from Krishna. Krishna bhuliya jiv bhogavancha kare. Nikatastha maya tare chapatiya dhare. She's just standing there all the time. She's always existing. As Krishna is eternal, Maya is also eternal. Krishna's all energies are eternal. So this external energy is also eternal. And she is also as powerful as Krishna. So sometimes we do feel that I must conquer this Maya. That itself is the biggest illusion. I must conquer Maya. One time Srila Prabhupada was sitting and one devotee, he said, can I ask a question? I am a little bit disturbed. So Prabhupada said, yes, go ahead, ask me the question. So he said, I am disturbed that sometimes I fall in Maya. And Prabhupada said, you are always in Maya. Sometimes you fall in Krishna. You are always, most of the time, 99.99% of the time, she is always around. We don't see it. It's like a big wave. It's a wave of illusion. So that it has multiple layers. It has many crisscross, fibers. So sometimes you are standing between the two fibers and you are thinking, I am free. But there are fibers. Now sometimes you may break the fibers, but there is another layer. It is impossible to understand how deeply we are situated in this illusion called Maya. And Krishna himself says that this is my energy. Daivihi esha gunamayi mama maya duratya. Duratya. That means you cannot conquer. It's impossible to conquer. It is, sometimes we talk of settling down in life. Have you heard this? I will take up Krishna consciousness when I settle in my life. You know what this statement actually means? Huh? Actually you are saying, I will defeat Maya. Because there is nothing like settling down in life. Till the end of your life you will never be settled. It's impossible. But still the Maya allows you to think that I will one day settle down. And you keep on waiting till you settle down. So once I settle down, then I will take up Krishna consciousness very, very seriously. What an illusion. It's challenging Maya. Because she is Mama Maya Duratya. Krishna says, this is my energy. So this is what I would say, in simple words, what is Maya? Because we have many things to cover, so we'll go quickly over this thing. So how does it work? Maya is there, how she works? So as I said, she's just around, and the slightest inattention, and she's like there to catch you. Chowpatty adhare. Quickly. You have seen these, sometimes the cats, they are quietly, without making any sound, they are standing there for the rat to come out. And as soon as he comes out and starts playing, chowpatty adhare. Or in cities you can see pigeons. And pigeons are, they're happy, frolicking with other pigeons, and there is a cat quietly waiting. When this fellow will come slightly on the side and I will chowpatty adhare. This is exactly, it's all the time this Maya is around us. But it starts with our bhogavancha. That means I want to enjoy. So therefore, Sanatana Goswami is being instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna bhuli sai jeev anadir bhair mukha atava maya tare deya samsara dukha. So her main purpose is to give you samsara dukha. We come in illusion for what? Sansar sukha. But what is her purpose? To give you sansar dukha. And still we are convinced that this is the right path. It's amazing, no? It's very clear that she is going to capture you, she is going to eat you. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes her as a pishachi. It's very dangerous, pishachi. But you are saying, no, she is my mother. I will sleep on her lap. Her purpose is simply to give sansar dukh to us. And the main, how it works, is that sometimes we may think that, oh, this is for householders, brahmachari, I am a safe person, I am safe. That's how she works. She works by causing you illusorily thinking that you are something which you are not. Neither you are this body, neither you are your mind, you are not even mind. Sometimes we think that I am not happy today. Think about it a little bit deeply. Who is saying this? You are your mind. It's our mind. It's not you. It's the mind. Today he was happy in the same situation. Today he is saying, I am unhappy. So that mind, the false ego, that's how it starts working. This Maya, how it works is it has captured, Bhagavad Gita 3.40 says she has captured 3 places, and Prabhupada gives beautiful purport to that sloka, which I will read it for you. 3.40 will read. Indriyani mano buddhir sadhisthana muchyate eter vimohayatyasya jnanam avrutya dehinam. The senses, the mind and the intelligence are the sitting places of this lust. Lust means basically, lust is the beginning point of our illusion. Through them, lust covers the real knowledge of the living entity and bewilders him. So Prabhupada is very nicely saying, the enemy has captured different strategic positions in the body of the conditioned soul. And therefore Lord Krishna is giving hints of those places so that one who wants to conquer the enemy may know where he can be found. And mind is the center of all activities of the senses, and thus when we hear about some sense objects, the mind generally becomes a reservoir of all ideas of sense gratification, and as a result, the mind and the senses become the repositories of lust. Next, the intelligence department becomes the capital of such lustful propensities. And intelligence is an immediate next door neighbor of the spirit soul. Like this. So, poor soul is sitting in one place, and neighbor is that lustful intelligence. Neighbor is mind. Neighbor are senses. So you can imagine how she works. Maybe we don't even know that she is there. And she is all the time sitting there. So therefore, that mind, the false ego, which tells us that we are even devotees, that itself can be an illusion. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj often quotes the story of one of the disciples of Ramanujacharya. How even the people who are so seriously on the path of spirituality can be completely illusioned by the identification with this material body. So Ramanujacharya, he had many sannyasi disciples. Sannyasis, brahmacharis, he had a huge monastery. And one of his disciples was another grihastha from a sort of a Shudra family, but he was a bodybuilder. His name was Dhanurdas. Now this Dhanurdas was actually he was a wrestler, he had a very beautiful wife. He was so charmed by her beauty that when Ramanujacharya was going along with Ranganath's palaki, at that time he was continuously holding an umbrella over that lady. And everyone was laughing at him, that this fellow was not even bothered what's going on in there, the crowd. Ranganath is coming, people are worshipping. He's not bothered. He's simply bothered that this lady should not get any heat. So he's continuously holding the umbrella and constantly looking at her face and eyes. And Ramanujacharya was also amused. And he said, call that man here. So somebody went and called him, hey, great Ramanujacharya is calling you. So he went, he offered his pranam. And Ramanujacharya said, okay, why you're looking such a foolish person? Holding umbrella, what is it so much attractive? He said, okay, the eyes of this lady, I just can't take off my eyes. So Ramanujacharya told him, tomorrow morning you come and I'll show you much more beautiful things than that. So next morning he went, he was pious. And Ramanuja personally took him to Lord Ranganath and showed him the eyes of Lord Ranganath. And he was immediately attracted because of Ramanuja's mercy. And later on, both of them, husband and wife, they became disciples of Ramanujacharya. But he always came in very gorgeous dress, always bathing his body, serving little bit here and there. And these are the sannyasis and brahmacharis reading scriptures every day, chanting various slokas and very strict vows of celibacy and austere life. And here is a person who is eating luxurious food, has a beautiful wife, nice house. He was quite opulent. So continuously in their heart they were thinking that maybe our Guru doesn't understand that he should not give so much time to this grihastha. Why is he so attached? This is how they are thinking. So one day Ramanujacharya, what he understood their minds, one night he just tore some of the cowpins which they had put up for drying and just misplaced them here and there. And next morning they were all fighting with each other. You took my cowpin, you took my cowpin, you tore it, and this is not your place to put it for drying. So many things. And Ramanuja said, it's okay, don't fight so much over such silly things. And then same evening, he told, maybe 1 or 2 days later, he told all the disciples that, you know, this Dhanurdas, he is quite attached. He's a hypocrite. I want to expose him. So these people say, this is very good. At last our Guru Maharaj has understood it. And one interesting point I will tell you. This Dhanurdas, why these people are also so much disturbed is that Dhanurdas is from a Shudra family. And Ramanujacharya, as one of his disciples, was also his own brother's son. From a very aristocratic, very highly learned Brahman family. So while going to river Kaveri to take bath, Ramanuja would put his hand on the shoulders of this Brahman disciple. And after he was purified by taking bath, then he would put his hand on Dhanurdas's shoulder and come back. And they were like, what is this? Huh? While when he is unclean and all, he is putting hand on the Brahmana. And when he is clean, purified, he is putting hand on a Shudra. So that was also disturbing them. But there was a message in it. Then, at night, he called Dhanurdas, started discussing various things and told his disciple, you go and steal everything from his house. I want to see how he reacts. They went and they tried to steal everything, and the wife was sleeping. She had very costly jewelry, so they started taking off her jewelry. And suddenly she turned and they ran away. After that, Ramanujacharya said, Dhanurdas, you can go home and tell all his disciples, now you go home and go to his house and see what happens. We'll see how he gets exposed. When Dhanurdas goes home, he asks his wife, you are looking very funny. What is this? On half side you have some jewelry, half side there is no jewelry. So she said, Dad, you forget. I think our Guru Maharaj and the ashram is in difficulty. So how do you know? Because his disciples came to take away some jewelry. And I was quietly allowing them to take jewelry. When they finished from one side, I turned the other side and they ran away. So I think you should go and give this other to the ashram. And Dhanuda started chastising him. Why, you foolish lady, why couldn't you turn very softly so that they did not run away? You should have allowed to take them everything. Now I'll go. So then these people understood, oh, he's such a great devotee. And that was a lesson for them. So how it works is by that false identification with our own self as a man, woman, cat, dog, ashram, various ashrams, various positions, various things we get identified with. Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. None of these identifications are applicable to the soul. Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam. All upadhis, whatever designations which we have in this material world, they have to be given up. That is the process of bhakti. Now we'll come to the last part. How to protect ourselves. This is most important. Now we have heard that she is just next to us. She is sitting in our senses, mind, intelligence. And the false ego is continuously running towards her. So with this kind of thing, it's sort of a hopeless situation. All the time she is there, and she is not somebody ordinary whom we can simply control. She is extremely powerful. As powerful as Krishna. So you can't control Krishna. How can you control Maya? So it looks like the war which was never fought but already lost. That kind of situation. We are at war with Maya, but we are already lost. Kya kare? How do we fight this war? So that's what we will take up now. How do we deal with this situation of protecting ourselves from this formidable enemy called as Maya, the illusion. So when we heard this shloka, for example, as I said, the brahmachari may think or a sannyasi may think, this is for grihasthas. So I am safe. This is what a brahmachari may think. In grihasthas, a devotee may think that, oh, I really pity these materialistic people. They are so much caught into it. Now, thinking all this itself is a big illusion. That thinking that we as devotees are very safe, we have nothing is wrong with us. We are already chanting Hare Krishna. So this shloka doesn't apply to me. But if it was not applicable to you, why would Krishna tell this? It is very much applicable to us in a very, very strong way. Because actually the same hopelessness, see the attachment part. If you see this attachment brings we as devotees, we think that, oh, this is very hopeless situation that we have to give up all this attachment. How it will happen, however it will happen, how many lifetimes it will take. Will it happen in this lifetime? So it creates hopelessness. For a materialistic, it is all source of hope. This attachment is like the most motivating force in the materialistic world. This propels you in various directions. So how the same thing is seen by various people. But a sadhaka is looking at it from a different angle. That he's just cautious. He knows, okay, here is the enemy. And I know where it's sitting. So let me take shelter of great personalities. There is a beautiful verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam when Kapila Muni is instructing his mother, Devahuti. Prasangam ajaram pasam atmana kavayo vidu. The great personalities, they say that attachment to this material world is a pash. It is phasika phanda. It will kill you. Prasangam ajaram pasham atmana kavayo vidu. Sa what is that? Sa eva sadhu sukrito moksha dwaram apavritam. Very beautiful shloka. This is like a key shloka for all of us. That the same attachment, which is actually phasika phanda, ajaram pasham, the same attachment, sa eva sadhu sukrito. When you turn this attachment to a sadhu, to a great soul, a great devotee, what will happen? Moksha dwaram apavritam. Immediately, you will be liberated. So how does it happen? How exactly, what kind of steps we should take? So for this, there are many examples in the scriptures, but today we will talk about one example. And that is from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. One of his Goswamis, there are 6 Goswamis who are direct disciples of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One of them was Raghunath Das Goswami. So how he dealt with this illusion? And while dealing, how he came to the level of perfection? Because he is called as Prayojana Acharya in our Gaudiya Sampradaya. He is the epitome of perfection. So how did he achieve that? So Raghunath Das, as a young boy, he was born in a very aristocratic family. Extremely aristocratic. They were Kayasthas, but Kayasthas are very rich people, very cultured people. So in the place called as Saptagram, his family, they had huge property, big estate. They were the tax collectors for the king, main tax collector. Their income was 1 lakh gold coin per month. कितना? One. And sometimes you may be like 1 lakh gold coin. हाँ ठीक है, उस समय सब होता था ऐसे. I say, don't think it is coins were all gold coin. No, not like that. Try to understand. I'll give you another from the same time. How important one gold coin, you will understand this. That when Sanatan Goswami left the jail and he was traveling, on the way he actually went into an inn, INN, just to relax or for the night, to spend the night. And his servant, he was carrying 9 gold coins. So 9 gold coins, 1 lakh gold and 9 gold coins. So we may feel okay, gold coins, okay, 9 gold coins. But it was so valuable, the 9 gold coins were so valuable. Now, the person, the innkeeper, he knew that from his astrologer that this person has 9 gold coins. So he started talking very, very nicely to him and started telling him, sir, come, this, that, food, everything very, very polite. And he understood. Sanatana Goswami was a diplomat. He was a politician. He knew why people talk so sweetly. If somebody talks so sweetly, there is some purpose. And he wants to kill me. So he immediately talked to his servant. He said, do you have any gold coins? He said, yeah, I am carrying 8 gold coins. So he lied. He had 9, but he said 8. He said, give me those. He took 8 gold coins. Now, why I am saying this story is, for 9 gold coins, this man was about to kill him. That means they were very valuable. No one kills you for 1000 rupees, right? You have to have some crores of rupees for you to get killed. 1000 rupees ke liye, 100 rupees ke koi marega nahi. So 9 gold coins were so important and they had an income of 1 lakh gold coins. That kind of opulence he had. But at the same time, in their house, it was a Vaishnava house, so deities were being worshipped. Sadhus would come, and one of the great sadhus was Haridas Thakur. He would come very often to their house to give pravachan, talk about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Harinam. And while listening to him, Raghunath felt attracted to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So through that association, the step 1 is the right association. He got that association, and he started hearing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then, as a boy, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas and Nityananda Prabhu tricked him to come back to Shantipur, to Advaita Acharya's house. In Advaita Acharya's house, when he was there for 10-15 days, Raghunath went there. And Advaita Acharya, he knew the family. He knew that Raghunath is son of Govardhan Muzumdar, and his brother Hiranya Muzumdar is a very great tax collector and very aristocratic family, and in fact practically the whole of Bengal, all the Brahmanas, they were dependent on that family. They would give them money, land. They could give land. Ye gaon tumhara. That kind of wealth they had. They were practically kings. So he knew that this boy is very important, and every day he would give him Mahaprasad of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And with that, he developed such attraction for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by eating that Mahaprasad, by being in association of devotees, that he started showing complete disinterest in the family life and wanted to run away. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Puri, Jagannath Puri, then went to South India, came back after 1 or 2 years, and he's thinking, when will I go and attain the shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So he would keep on running. So his father, he had kept, again they were rich people, he kept 11 people just to be with him all the time. Full time 11 servants. So 4 were to guard him, 4 were to look after his comforts, 5 were to guard him, 4 to look after comforts, and 2 just to cook for him. 11 people were continuously with him. And whenever he would run away, they would go catch him and bring him back. So ultimately, he couldn't run away. The mother started saying, bind him by ropes. And the father said, you can't do that. If such opulence like Indra, that cannot bind, such wealth cannot bind him. His wife is as beautiful as an apsara. She cannot bind him. What these ropes can bind him? So just be careful, that's all. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started from Vrindavan. And this time he couldn't go to Vrindavan because Sanatana Goswami told him on the way that, my lord, you cannot go to Vrindavan with so many millions of people following you. Vrindavan is a very quiet place. It is a place for bhajan. Don't take so many people. It will create disturbance. And initially he did not pay so much attention, but later on he thought that I should not go with so many people. So he came back. And again he started staying for about 10 days in Advaitacharya's house with the permission of his father. Raghunath Das again went to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there he was serving all the devotees, asking them blessings so that he can attain the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very humbly. And he was thinking that I should go this time with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And seeing his consciousness, understanding his mind, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called him. And he said, Raghunath, do not be like a show bottle devotee. Just enjoy the family life right now. Be in your family, constantly meditating on Krishna. Krishna will bestow his mercy very soon on you. But don't be like a show bottle devotee, just externally trying to renounce. Be in your family life, be expert in your family life. And someday, by Krishna's mercy, you will be released. So he took it to his heart, these instructions, went back and started behaving like a normal man. Suddenly, they were very happy. Wow, bacha sudhar gaya. Very nice. Very, very happy. And slowly they understood that he is really taking a lot of interest in business. So they slackened their guard. And he was also not bothered. Again one day, he heard the news that in the nearby town at Panihati, Nityanand Prabhu has come. He said, this is my chance. I should beg for mercy. So he went and he saw on the bank of Ganga, Sri Nityanand Prabhu is sitting under a tree, majestic, with hundreds of devotees sitting around him. And some were singers, some were doing kirtan, some were dancing, some were playing jokes with him. Like a very fantastic atmosphere. And he was very impressed with the influence of Nityanand Prabhu. What kind of influence this person has? So with that understanding, he offered his obeisance from a little distance. But as I said, he was like a prince. Everyone knew him. So somebody told Nityanand Prabhu, here is Raghunath offering you obeisances from a distance. So he said, oh, he is at a distance? Only a thief doesn't come in front. He offers obeisance from a distance. Call him here. Raghunath, come here. But still he couldn't come because he was thinking he is extremely unqualified. Even though he had taken Mahaprasad from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had received the mercy of Advaitacharya, he had received the mercy of so many devotees, he already had a very, very strong detachment in the heart. Still he felt he is absolutely unqualified. This is the mood. A devotee is always thinking that I am absolutely unworthy, unqualified. So that mood he exhibited in a very strong way, and because of that, Nityananda was extremely pleased. And he actually got up, held him and brought him near him and placed his lotus feet on his head. And he said, I want to punish you. He was very funny. He was saying, I want to punish you today because you are a thief. So the punishment is, you can see all these hundreds of devotees, feed them a nice feast of dahi and chida. So that is the Dahi Chida festival, all of us know that. And he was so happy to receive this order. He was so happy. Immediately he sent out his servants, got all types of dahi and the flattened rice, poha bolte Maharashtra mein, chida. Big, big pots, hundreds of pots were bought. And all of that was brought, and he engaged some brahmanas to do the needful. And in some pots it was dahi and chida, that is flattened rice. And in another pots it was chida, condensed milk, camphor, ghee, and a special banana called a champakela. It's beautiful, fragrant chida dahi. And then once everything was ready, in the meantime, the news spread all around. People were wondering, what's this festival? So all the people started coming. So he saw the crowd is increasing. He sent another group of people, go and get more chida rice and dahi. Then the shopkeepers started coming. They thought this is a big fair. So they put up their stalls. Somebody dahi, honey, kela, all these things were there. And he was so happy, in such a jolly mood, he purchased everything. And then later on he fed the same thing to them also. In this way, when he fed Nityanand Prabhu, and Nityanand Prabhu mentally brought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu happily ate everything, seeing all the devotees. It's a big festival. I am not, now we are ending soon. So it was a beautiful festival. There was no place on the bank of Ganga. Some of them were standing in the Ganga also with those two pots. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and Nityananda was so happy. He started going to all people, take chida dahi from their pots and feeding Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would take and feed him. And some fortunate people could see that, oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is here. Not everyone could see. And in the meantime, from the village of Panihati, Raghav Pandit came. He said, hey, Lord, you are sitting here eating so many prasad, so much prasad, and what will happen to all the prasad which I prepared? He said, don't worry, I'll come in the evening. Right now I am in a mood of cowherd boy. I am a Gopal right now. So I love to have picnic on the bank of Ganga. And in this way, in the evening, he went to Raghav Pandit's house. All the devotees went to prasad. And everyone said, hey, please give something to Raghunath also. He said, no, Raghunath will get special food later on. So Raghav Pandit specially saved the prasad from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's plate and Nityananda Prabhu's plate and gave it to him. And next morning, Raghunath Das went to Nityananda Prabhu and he said, I don't know whether I should say this to you. Even though I am completely unqualified, unworthy, completely stuck in family life, completely in illusion. He is using all these words for himself. Completely in illusion. And asking something from you so high, like having shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet is so high. It's like a dwarf trying to catch the moon. But in spite of that, I am making this submission that if you can, please grant me this shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Because without your mercy, it is impossible. If you are merciful, it will happen. And Nityananda Prabhu was very happy. And he again put his feet on his lotus, on his head. And he said, very soon, by the mercy of all the devotees here, he didn't say by my mercy, by the mercy of all the devotees here, very soon you will achieve the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. Not only that, I am telling you that you will be put under the care of Swarup Damodar, and he will personally take care of you, and you will achieve the success of your life. And sure enough, within a short while, one morning, early morning, maybe about, they call it 4 dandas, that means 1 hour and 36 minutes before sunrise, Yadunananda Acharya, who was a family priest of Raghunath Das's family, he came running. And after this Nityananda Prabhu's incidents, Raghunath Das stopped going inside the house. He was sleeping in the Durga Mandap all the time. He wouldn't go inside the house. Eat there only. He would not enter the house. So when he came, and then they immediately understood, now this is a red signal. So immediately the guards increased, everything increased. Yadunananda Acharya came and he said, Raghunath, get up. You know what happened?
today the Brahman disciple of mine who is to worship the deities, he is upset with something and he has decided to quit this service. And I need this person to serve this. So somehow please go and convince you are good at it. You are a very good diplomat, you are very sweet in speech. He said, yes, let's go. So only two of them, and the guards are sleeping. Two of them are walking, and suddenly from inside, Paramatma, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, they are telling him, this is the chance. And immediately, Raghunath Das told Yadunanda Acharya that, don't worry, you go and sleep. I will convince the Brahman and then he'll come. Don't worry, you don't have to take trouble to all the way walk up to his house. So Yadunanda Acharya believed him. He went and slept, or whatever morning duties he was doing. And Raghunath Das started running. And at the same time, it was Rath Yatra time, so all the devotees from Bengal were also going to Nilachal. But he did not join them. He went in the forest. And first day he ran for 48 kilometers continuously. And then he was exhausted in the late evening and he took shelter in some cow shed. And the person could see, oh, this person has not eaten anything since morning. So he gave him some milk. And next morning he went few villages more. In this way, 12 days he reached Jagannath Puri. In those 12 days, he ate only 3 times. Imagine what kind of longing, eagerness is there to receive the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only 3 times he ate. And when he reached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's place, immediately again everyone knew him. So he said, hey, Raghunath Das has come. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so happy to see him. He just picked him up, embraced him, cleaned his body, and then started speaking to him. He said, Raghunath, today Krishna has showered his mercy upon you. And then he started talking about what is family life. Now this is family life in a Vaishnava family. Eh? So he said, your brother, your father and your uncle. Shri Radha Gopinath ki jai. Your father and uncle, they are attached grihasthas. Even though they are Vaishnava, but they are not Vaishnavas. So many things. And he started, because they are related to me like uncle, so I can joke about them. And he said, you know what place you have left? This family life which is your father and uncle are living, that place is exactly fit for people to pass stool, the hole in which people pass stool. So that kind of description he made about that family life. And then he told Raghunath that from today you will be under the care of Swarup Damodar. And he told Swarup Damodar, you take care of him just like you will take care of your son or a disciple and train him. And in this way, Swarup Damodar accepted. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, from today I have 3 Raghunaths. He said, I have Bhatta Raghunath, I have Vaidya Raghunath, and this is my 3rd Swarupera Raghunath. So very, very loving kind of a atmosphere. And Raghunath Das then was put under the shelter of Swarup Damodar, and every day Swarup Damodar was instructing him in various ways. After some time, he asked a question. Even though he wanted to ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he asked Swarup Damodar, I have left my family life, but I don't know why I left. What is my duty now? And then Swarup Damodar came and told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath wants to ask you a question. He is standing there, Raghunath is also standing. Raghunath wants to ask you a question, which question is like this: I have left my family, I didn't know why I did this, but I want to know what is my duty now. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a very elaborate answer to that. First he said, actually Swarup Damodar can give you all the answers. But since you are asking me, I am giving you some instruction. And those are the famous instructions which all of us are told repeatedly. about bhalana khaibe, bhalana paribe. That means do not eat luxuriously, do not wear luxurious clothes, do not be going here and there to enjoy your senses. Like that, many instructions, but we have less time now. In this way, Raghunath Das was satisfied with those instructions and he started following those instructions. In the meantime, the people from Bengal came and they brought money for Raghunath, and Raghunath Das rejected that money. But still, the Brahmanas and the money, they remained there, just around him. So then he thought, why not use it in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu service? So he started calling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for prasad. So every few days he would call him for very nice luxurious prasad by that money. But later on he gave up that and stopped calling him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired, why he has stopped calling me? He said, no, he feels that this kind of money which has come from his materialistic father. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately said, yes, this is very nice. I am very happy with Raghunath. And in this way Raghunath Das increasingly followed the instructions more and more and more strictly, till the point that he stopped even begging for food. And what was he eating? He would go, in Puri temple there is Anand Bazaar, there is a lot of prasad items. And sometimes the prasad is left in the evening, and then all that leftover prasad is thrown on the other side, and it is stacked there, and cows come and eat. And when the cows, they can't eat that food, then they also reject it. So whatever food was rejected by the cows, he would collect it, wash it at home, add little salt to it and eat it. Swarup Damodar saw this and he one day took one morsel and ate it, and he said, this is such a tasty prasad. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he asked Swarup Damodar, what is Raghunath doing nowadays? He said, he is eating like this. So Chaitanya, you take me to his house. Went to his house and again ate from that food, and he said, I have never tasted food like this in my life. This is the tastiest food. So what was he tasting? He was tasting the sweetness of the perfection of devotion of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. So here we can see that a devotee from more or less background like what we all of us have, but little bit more opulent, has achieved perfection by following a certain process, in spite of having all chances of getting completely illusioned by wealth, by beauty, by power, by opposite sex, by prestige. He had tremendous prestige. Everything what you think of as dangerous, he all had that. So we'll just look at these lessons what we learn from Raghunath Das Goswami. So first step he took, the step 1 for dealing with this whole Maya process or illusory process, is to accept first of all that we are in illusion. First thing we have to accept is we are in illusion. The illusion that we are not in illusion is the most dangerous illusion, because that's the beginning point. Somebody feels that now I am safe is the most unsafe time of his life. Step 2, he could associate with the devotees like Haridas Thakur, Advaita Acharya, equals, lower than him, everyone. He was very happy and ready to serve them. Step 3, always having that anxiousness, eagerness, that laulyam, that I must achieve it. Nothing could stop him. Step 4, being constantly under the guidance of somebody superior. In his case, it was Swarup Damodar. Continuously was under the guidance. So that's a safety process. And the last, step 5, is to do, like I have not described that part, but Raghunath was very strict in his sadhana. He had taken vow to worship the Govardhan Shila which was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to him. Very, very strict. He had taken a vow to offer obeisances to 1000 Vaishnavas every day. And he would do that every day. So very strict following of vows. So always doing our regulated sadhana and seva with increasing intensity. Because many times we have, of course I am talking to myself, that we have this tendency that I have now achieved, now I am chanting 16 rounds, everything looks okay, I am settled. That settlement is an illusion. So by increasing intensity, we should do our sadhana. The sadhana has to be, that is what Raghunath Das did. He increased the intensity of sadhana. Of course, Srila Prabhupada and the previous acharyas, they tell us that we cannot imitate such great souls like Haridas Thakur, Raghunath Das and Ramananda Rai. These three particular names are there. You cannot imitate them. But we can learn lessons from them. And in this way, we can deal with this illusion of the material world, which makes us completely attached to family life. And we are very fortunate that we are in the association of such wonderful Vaishnavas, in the shelter of Srila Prabhupada, various acharyas in ISKCON. And because of that, we have all those 5 steps in our life which were available to Raghunath Das also. Thank you very much for patient hearing. Hare Krishna.